Beloved ones, I am Amora, wishing to share a few words with you about what is occurring on your planet. Though I do want to take a moment to acknowledge that this one Maeve has not introduced me directly to you yet, which will occur soon within your time. But do be aware that there are a few things that are of utmost importance to share more with you at this time than about myself and who I am. With what is occurring now on your planet, there are several supportive energies coming from the planetary alignments that will accelerate the reascension process that is happening within Gaia. But more importantly, we would like to touch on what has been happening with these devastations of fires in the Los Angeles area of California on your Earth, where there are many layers of what has been happening here that are unfolding for not only the collective consciousness, but within each individual's ascension and Gaia herself. It is important to understand the various layers of how these sorts of challenges occur and come up for you. One of the things that we wish to touch on the individual level, whether you were one who was directly impacted by the fire, or whether you were one who simply was an observer, whether it was to a loved one from a distance in the immediate surroundings, or globally, there were a variety of layers and feelings coming up, which are meant to be honored for each and every individual. Each and every one of you, as you watch this, had different emotions arising that were meant for you and your soul's evolution. Whether it was to let go of attachments, grief, sadness, guilt, or purely playing the role of an alchemist within the collective. Those are all to be honored and held with a specific reverence of your individual process within the collective that connects you all through the morphic field. Understand you are not alone. Each emotion that you process is supporting not only Gaia's ascension, but each individual's. So one of the things that we wish to just share is that whatever emotion occurred, honor it, hold space for it, allow your heart to pour into that energy, that frequency of that emotion that is coming up for you. Each individual that was directly impacted had a soul contract for this to happen, Gaia included. And while this was not occurring from a natural cause, And we will not share more about the energies behind that. There was a deep purification process that occurred for Gaia herself within that land, and what needs to unfold with the future, so-called future, of that land. One of the pieces to understand is that as you navigate challenges, there will be a purification for each individual. Those opportunities of these purifications will coincide with Gaia and her ascension. Another element to understand as when these potential dark forces, or that wishes for the light to not come to this planet of Gaia, it does not matter. Because it only matters, beloveds, if you focus your energy onto those energies. It's really important to start to understand your creatorship. The light that is occurring right now for your Gaia cannot be destroyed by this dark unless you choose for it to do so. Allow for each one of these challenges to come up as a purification deep within your beingness. And as you do this, it will allow for you to see the alchemist that's within, the compassion that you can hold. For another highlight of this was the deep compassion that a community was able to feel for one another. Can you see the beauty? Can you see what you can all create together? And this does not have to happen through suffering. This can happen as your normal coexistence within one another. Understand that this was a glimpse of what the collective can become. So we encourage you to start considering how this can become what humanity looks like on an even higher elevation of that, without the tragedy, without the sorrow or grief that was stirred up. It shows you how you can use your resources together to create so much more light and love on this planet. For that is what is truly wishing to occur right now. So, as you can see through this purification, there were pieces and layers of that which is wanting to be shown and seen, but not only that, but a deeper impact of how you can lean into your creatorship. One of the things that this one Maeve kept hearing was for people sending wishes of rain to the planet. And while this had the most beautiful intention of compassion and desire to help the devastations, beloveds, you need to start to understand the power of your words. The power of your words to create realities. For you are indeed a creator. Do not underestimate your powers. When you ask for rain in a situation of this sort, this may cause more destruction than intended. For this land may not be built for that. There are particles of pollution that are being spread from these fires, which also has a purpose. Do not underestimate that, for indeed, there is a deeper understanding about how you consciously can create communities as well. But, beloveds, understand that when you ask for rain, you may be creating a situation like a mudslide or pollution into the ocean. In this situation, for example, that might not actually be what is needed. So, in this situation, ask for the highest love and solution to be sent to that community. Ask. To share compassion and love. Hold the life raft up for those that might be drowning. Because when you hold the sadness, sometimes that is reflecting for you something else that needs to be alchemized and released from your energy field. But, beloveds, for those of you that may even, for example, have felt guilt about holding the light or having joy when so many others were in such devastation, it does not support you if you are drowning with them too. Share your love, share your light in those moments when you are grounded and held and feel as if you can, because this will help support the balance that is wishing to occur on your planet. Can you feel the excitement of this, of the potential? Because what can happen is as these teeter-totters balance, you'll start to see a higher and higher vibration on your planet. Beloveds, understand the power of your co-creatorship and do not underestimate the power that you have to contribute to the collective in these moments of devastation. We will all be rebuilding together what will be supportive to Gaia's ascension. And that comes from starting within, anchoring in your own light, anchoring in your divine remembrance. Anchor in your divine remembrance. Mm. We love you, we are with you, and we support you each and every step of the way. Do not forget that you are held and seen and loved.